I give you the eclair. Today, we wanted to show you something special. We wanted to show the world what true food excellence is like. We wanted to show that amongst a world of tastes and opinions, there could be a team dedicated to find the true dessert out of all the others. When my team showed me the result of weeks of intense work, I was astonished. I took one look at this marvelous creation. They had taken the humble Claire, a great innovation in its own time, and had given it new depth, new meaning. You see, we realized the Claire had run its course, that it needed something new, something revitalizing. Sure, I had eaten dozens of them before, but the cliche of a sweet, unadorned pastry had grown old. So it occurred to me, why stay here? Why not explore into new, adventurous lands? And that's when I determined to make exactly what they had all been yearning for, the eclair. I saw an image, and it was exactly what my team placed before me that fateful day when they gave me their masterpiece. The eclair structure, its color, its aroma, everything about it was perfect. Finely tuned, expertly crafted, it was a symphony of wonders. As I tested out this new masterpiece, I realized that not only was the whole an artwork, but each component, when examined, was a marvel in itself. And as I began to ask my individual team members how they came to think of and create such a wonder, I realized that only they could do it justice. Here are three of my head engineers and designers ready to explain how they concocted this marvel.
When I was told that we were making a sort of Claire 2.0, I admit, a little astonished. I mean, no one had ever successfully done it before. And when I was told I was in charge of remaking the pastry, I thought, we're done for. You can't change something as basic as puff pastry, can you? Then we started crafting it, tweaking it, a little less flake, a little stronger structure, and I realized we were onto something. But this was only the beginning of our changes.
So my boss came to me and said, I want a filling no one has ever tasted. I want a filling that's so good you can't imagine a world without it. That's all he gave me. I was daunted, dumbfounded, dismayed, definitely. But my team and I, we put our minds to the task, and we asked ourselves, if we were the ones eating this dessert, how would we imagine the unimaginable? It took some weeks of combining, tweaking, and innovation of recipes, but we finally broke through, and we became a team that truly was fulfilled.
When I was given the job of making a chocolate glaze that sang of perfection, I knew I couldn't just make another chocolate glaze. I realized that we were aiming for something higher, something no one's ever seen before. And lots of times people have this idea that these great, even magical desserts come naturally to those guys at Apple Tart. But when you get down to actually making and crafting this amazing masterpiece, you realize that none of it comes naturally. And it didn't just take skill to build this masterpiece, it took genius.
So I take one look at this eclair and I think to myself, just another mock-up of the original, be just as bland. Then I take a closer look, the first sniff, the first bite. Couldn't go back. It's too perfect. They had done it. When I described the thing to my pal, they said I was kidding. No way, I say. Eclair's best, man. He's best. Best, best, best. You know how some people might say the pastry still the same, or the custard the same flavor. No way, I say. He's best.
So there you have it. You've heard the review. You've heard of its exquisite wonders. And all you have left to do is to embrace the future and experience the reality of the eclair. No reason to look behind. No reason not to look forward. The eclair. The evolution of the Claire has begun.